Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's start today's video with the ACCA F1 Business Technology chapter number 9, which is the competitive factors. Okay, what are the competitive factors that affect the business operations? What are the factors that affect the level of competition in the market? Okay, what are the various ways through which the business can improve its competitive edge, can have a competitive edge over the other competitors in the market. Okay, so first we need to analyze what are the key issues. Okay, what are the steps through which we can have a competitive edge in the market. Okay, what are the various ways a firm can achieve a competitive edge. Okay, what are the different activities the department within the firms, okay, to that contribute the highest towards the competitiveness. Okay, so first let's discuss Porter's 5 force analysis. Okay, Porter gave 5 forces that affects the business analysis. Okay, the competitive analysis, which are the threat to new entry. Okay, the existence of substitute. Okay, the power of the buyer, the bargaining power of the buyer, the bargaining power of the supplier. Okay, and competitive rivalry. Okay, so let's discuss these one by one. What are these? Okay, first of all, it is the competitive rivalry. Okay, what are the competitors policy? Okay, for example, what are the competitors prices that they are charging to the customers. Okay, if they are selling a product at rupees 100 and we are selling at rupees 110. Okay, so the competitors have a competitive edge. Okay, we need to look at the ways through which we can reduce our prices. Okay, otherwise the customers will tend to move towards the competitors प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके, अगर हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स में ज़्यादा कोई डिफरेंसेस नहीं है. ओके, द प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटी इज़ नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ कंसर्न. द कस्टमर्स विल tend to lose our customers and our customers will go towards the buyer. Okay, so what is the competitive rivalry? Okay, what are the number of competitors present in the market? Okay, whether it is a monopolistic market or it is a free market. Okay, there are many number of suppliers. Okay, the many sellers in the market. Okay, if there are too many sellers in the market, the market is highly competitive. Okay, keeping in mind that the quality is not a matter of concern. Okay, the customers might tend to shift from one seller to another. Okay, keeping the competition very high. Okay, so what is the competitive rivalry in the market? Okay, now next is the threat to entry. Okay, what are the barriers to entry basically? Okay, barriers to entry, for example, let's take the example of an airline. Okay, airline company, for example. Okay, uh, barriers to entry in an airline industry is, for example, initial capital requirements. Okay, initial capital requirements in an airline industry is quite high, so we have only a few companies. Okay, giving us their services. Okay, because the capital requirements are very high. The companies which are able to get that large sum of capital, okay, are able to enter into the market, and the rest are not. Okay, for a few industries, okay, there is a lot of paperwork required. Okay, so that can act as a barrier to entry. Okay, again, the distribution channel. Okay, if there is a limited distribution channel, okay, there is no knowledge available about what are the distribution channels that various firms are taking through. Okay, then this can act as a barrier of entry. Okay, thus reducing the competition. Okay, the higher the barriers are to the entry, okay, the lesser the competition is, and more the free the market is, more the easier the market, more the easy the industry is to enter, is the more the competition is in the market. Okay, if the product we are trying to sell, which we will sell in the future. Okay, if I'm a new seller and I'm trying to enter into some industry. Okay, and my product is not much of difference, okay, with the rest, which will be the competitions in for me in the future, is not different. Okay, then there will be a barrier to entry again. Okay, because those firms already have their loyal customers. Okay, why will they come to me? Okay, because product quality, there is no product differentiation. Okay, there is no product quality problems in the sector. Okay, so there's a threat to entry. Okay, Now the threat to substitute, the more the number of substitutes will be present in the market, okay, the more easy it is for the customers to shift, okay. So there's a threat to substitute. Threat to substitute मतलब जो हमारे प्रोडक्ट को थ्रेट हो सकते हैं सब्सटीट्यूट प्रोडक्ट्स इन द मार्केट, ओके. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ द कस्टमर. बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ द कस्टमर, keeping in mind the product quality is constant, okay. The product quality is not a matter of concern, ठीक है. The customers have a bargaining power, okay. The customers can easily shift towards which firm sells for the lowest prices, okay. For those products, okay, for which we have a quality is important, okay. Those will have their loyal customers, okay. We will go towards the good brand. But for those buyers which does not have uh, product quality as a problem, okay, they will tend to increase the competition, okay. They will have a bargaining power कि अगर आप हमें इस प्राइस में नहीं दोगे तो कोई बात नहीं, हम दूसरे शॉप में चले जाएंगे, दूसरे ब्रांड में चले जाएंगे. So the bargaining power of the customer does also makes a lot of difference, okay. Now the bargaining power of the supplier, okay. Bargaining power of the supplier कैसे exist हो सकती है? For example, there's a monopolistic market, okay. There are only one or two suppliers in the market supplying a certain type of product. Then the bargaining power of the supplier is high, okay. They can dominate the sector, okay. They can control the prices, okay. The switching cost for the buyer इज़ क्वाइट हाई, ठीक है. अगर हम एक सप्लायर से दूसरे सप्लायर पे शिफ्ट करते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल, ठीक है, तो देयर माइट बी सम पेपर वर्क इन्वॉल्व, ओके, देयर माइट बी सम सेटलमेंट्स इन्वॉल्व, सो द स्विचिंग कॉस्ट इंक्रीजेस, ओके. सो the supplier has a edge, okay, towards controlling the prices. So these are the ways, these are the 5 factors, Porter's 5 factors, ठीक है, which are competitive rivalry, okay. कितना competition है हमारी मार्केट में, कितने number of competitors है हमारी मार्केट में, ठीक है. what are the competitors policy, ठीक है. थ्रेट टू एंट्री, ठीक है. हम अगर किसी नई इंडस्ट्री, किसी नए सेक्टर में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, ठीक है, बिजनेस हम सेटअप करते हैं, तो व्हाट आर द थ्रेट्स दैट वी माइट फेस व्हाइल सेटिंग अप अ न्यू बिजनेस, ओके. फॉर एग्जांपल द कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट्स, द पेपर वर्क, ओके, द इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल, ओके. देन देयर इज threat of substitute products. The more the number of substitutes in the market, okay, the more the number of similar products in the market, the more is the threat, okay. The bargaining power of the customers, okay, again keeping in mind the quality issues, okay. The quality issues remain constant, okay. The customers have a पावर ऑफ बार्गेनिंग पावर, ठीक है, कि अगर आप हमें ये प्रोडक्ट इतने प्राइस में नहीं दोगे तो कोई बात नहीं, हम दूसरे में चले जाएंगे. वी विल सर्च फॉर मोर ब्रांड्स, द कस्टमर्स विल टेंड टू सर्च फॉर मोर ब्रांड्स दैट विल ऑफर अ सिमिलर प्रोडक्ट, ओके. सो द customers have a bargaining power. Now the suppliers also have bargaining powers in certain cases, okay. In a monopolistic markets where there is only one or two suppliers exist, okay, or there is a large switching cost involved, okay, the suppliers have a power to bargain, ठीक है. The buyers are forced to take up the prices that the suppliers are offering, ठीक है. यहाँ पे इन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर रखा है. फॉर एग्जांपल कॉम्पिटिटिव राइवलरी, व्हेन इज द कॉम्पिटिटिव राइवलरी हाई? द कॉम्पिटिटिव राइवलरी इज हाई व्हेन देयर इज अ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ डोमेस्टिक एंड इंटरनेशनल फर्म्स प्रेजेंट इन द मार्केट, ठीक है. इट इज़ वेरी difficult to differentiate in the product, okay. There are many similar products, like I told you, the product quality is not an issue for the customer, okay, and there is a high fixed cost involved, okay. If the high fixed cost involved, each firm will try to cut down on its variable cost, okay, cutting down the marginal cost, okay. So the firm that will be able to cut more on the marginal cost will have a competitive edge, okay, because the prices charged by that firm will be lesser, okay. Now threat to entry, when is the threat to entry high? Threat to entry is high when the capital requirement is low. For example, in a business, okay, selling manufacturing cloth, okay, will have a less capital requirement than the airline example that I gave, okay. Airlines have a huge capital requirement, okay, and the economies of scale. Okay, when the economies of scale is high. Okay, when is the threat to substitute high? Threat to substitutes are high when there are many substitute products present in the market. Okay, many products of the similar quality, similar type, okay, present in the market, and the similar prices are charged. Okay, so the buyers are keen to switch to from brands to brands, from product to product. Okay, so the more the substitute, the more the threat. Okay, now the powers of supplier. When is the power of supplier high? Powers of supplier are high when the switching cost is high. Okay, when there is a monopolistic, where there are only a few number of buyers. Okay, so they can control the prices. And when is the power of customer high? The power of customer is high when the product quality is not an issue. Okay, the customers have the power to bargain. Okay, कि अगर आप हमें हमारे डिज़ायर्ड प्राइस में प्रोडक्ट को नहीं दोगे, तो वी विल गो टू सम अदर shops. Okay, so the customers also have the power to bargain. Okay, we will look at the test of understanding later. Let's talk about the next topic, which are the generic strategies. What are the generic strategies other than these five? Okay, the competitive rivalry, or the threat to substitutes, or the threat to new entry. Okay, Porter gave also some strategies. Okay, what are the strategies that we can adopt in a already competitive market? Okay, to have a competitive edge. ठीक है, number one is the cost leadership. By the name suggests, cost leaders, that we are the cost leaders, means that we give the same type of product. Okay, we give it in the same price but at a lower cost. For example, if I'm selling a shirt at rupees 1000, okay, and which is similar, which is almost similar to what my competitor is selling, okay, at the same price, that is 1000. Okay, but my profit margins are high. I'm just manufacturing it in a cost of 650, and my competitor is manufacturing it in a cost of 700. Okay, so his profit margin will be only 300, but my profit margin will be 350. So I am the cost leader. Okay, my profit margins are high. Okay, so cost leadership is selling the product, okay, at a lower prices than the rivals, or similar prices to the rivals at a similar quality, ठीक है, but at a lower prices. Okay, in both the cases we have a cost leadership. अगर हम सेम prices में सेल करें तो हमारे प्रॉफिट मार्जिन हाई होंगे, और अगर हम लो प्राइसेस में सेल करें तो हमारी सेल्स इंक्रीज इन सेल्स हो. ठीक है, now differentiation is to what extent are we able to differentiate our products from our rivals. ठीक है, हम अपने products को कितना हमारे rivals के products से हम differentiate कर पा रहे हैं. For example, in terms of size, in terms of quality. Okay, for example, we take example of cell phones. We have multiple cell phone companies in the market. Okay, we have n number of companies. ठीक है, each company tries to differentiate their product from the other. For example, in terms of memory, in terms of material used, in terms of appearance. ठीक है, जितनी ज़्यादा कंपनी अपने सेल फोन को दूसरे सेल फोन कंपनी से डिफ्रेंशिएट कर पाती है, द मोर इट हैज़ द एज. Okay, and the more it is able to charge premium prices. Okay, the more the premium product is. Okay, कंपनी जितना ज़्यादा अपने प्रोडक्ट को प्रीमियम क्वालिटी का दिखा पाती है, उतने ज़्यादा वो प्राइसेस चार्ज कर पाती है, उतनी ज़्यादा ही उसकी सेल्स होती है. ठीक है, फोकस. ओके, व्हाट इज़ द फोकस मार्केट सेगमेंट दैट वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन. ठीक है, वेदर वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन द particular group or on the overall market. ठीक है, whether we are able to satisfy the needs of our target market or not. ठीक है, अगर हम अपने टारगेट मार्केट के नीड सेटिस्फाई कर पा रहे हैं अच्छे से, तो हम उनसे प्रीमियम प्राइसेस भी हम चार्ज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, अ पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप ऑफ customers is identified with the same needs, and the business will be able to provide goods or services that are tailored to their needs. This tailored approach will typically allow businesses to charge a premium for their products. Okay, for example, Saga, a company that has adopted a focus approach. It offers a range of products and services that are tailored to the customers over the age of 50. ठीक है। अगर हम अपनी टारगेट ऑडियंस की नीड्स को हम आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहे हैं और उनको सेटिस्फाई कर पा रहे हैं, तो एट टाइम्स ऑफ नीड्स, ओके, एट टाइम्स ऑफ वॉन्ट्स, ठीक है, जब हमें अपने प्रॉफिट्स ज़्यादा करने होते हैं तो हम उनसे प्रीमियम प्राइसेस भी चार्ज कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, क्योंकि वो अब हमारे ब्रांड लॉयल हो गए, तो हम उनसे प्रीमियम प्राइसेस भी चार्ज कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। सो हमें ये तीनों चीज़ें ध्यान रखनी चाहिए और हमें फोकस करना चाहिए कि हम जितनी ज़्यादा जिस चीज़ पे फोकस कर सकें हमें करना चाहिए, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट इज द पोर्टर्स वैल्यू चेन, ठीक है। पोर्टर्स वैल्यू चेन क्या है? पोर्टर डिवाइडेड द एक्टिविटीज इनटू टू टाइप्स, द प्राइमरी एक्टिविटीज एंड द सपोर्ट एक्टिविटीज, ठीक है। प्राइमरी एक्टिविटीज आर द इनबाउंड लॉजिस्टिक, फॉर एग्जांपल बाइंग द रॉ मटेरियल, procuring the raw material, storing the raw material and handling the raw material, ठीक है। operations, ठीक है, number 2 operations is turning the raw material into finished goods, like I told you, in by for example if I'm in the business of manufacturing shirts, ठीक है, buying the raw material, buying the cloth, buying the thread is my inbound logistics, converting those the fabric into shirts is my operations, ठीक है। आउटबाउंड लॉजिस्टिक्स मतलब मैन्युफैक्चर्ड शर्ट्स को मैं कितनी अच्छे से स्टोर कर पा रही हूँ, ठीक है, कितने अच्छे से मैं अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल में उनको स्प्रेड कर पा रही हूँ, ठीक है। फिर मार्केटिंग, ठीक है, मार्केटिंग माने कि कितनी अच्छे से मैं अपने प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट कर पा रही हूँ। हमने 4 P's पढ़े थे, प्राइस, प्लेस, प्रमोशन, ठीक है। तो व्हाट आर द 4, हाउ nicely I'm able to opt for the 4 P's, ठीक है, and this after sale services, ठीक है, installation, repairing, repairs, ठीक है, और after the point of sales, what are the after sale services, ठीक है। And next is the support activities, for example firm infrastructure, what is the organizational structure that I have for my firm, ठीक है, how fast I am able to adopt to the advancing technology, what are the prevailing technological terms of my company, ठीक है, the technological development, what are the human resource development, ठीक है, what kind of human resource do I have more literate or I have more labor intensive, ठीक है, मेरे पास ज़्यादा स्किल्स एंड नॉलेज है या नहीं है, ठीक है, और आई एम आउटसोर्सिंग मोस्ट ऑफ माई वर्क, ठीक है। लेट्स प्रोक्योरमेंट इज़ नॉट जस्ट अबाउट द रॉ मटेरियल बट मोर, ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल इन नॉन करंट एसेट्स, ठीक है, लैंड, बिल्डिंग, प्लांट, मशीनरी, फिक्चर्स, एसेट्स, ठीक है। सो प्रोक्योरमेंट, ठीक है। सो this is how he divided the organizational activities into 2 types, primary and secondary. अब कैसे कैसे हर ऑपरेशन हमारे कॉम्पिटिटिव एज में, हमारे कॉम्पिटिटिव हमें एडवांटेज गेन करने में हमें हेल्प कर सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल परचेजिंग, ठीक है, इफ़ आई एम एबल टू acquire more raw material, ठीक है, at a low prices, ठीक है, I am able to source cheaper material, ठीक है, I am able to get bulk discounts, ठीक है, so I will have a competitive edge, again cost, it will make me a cost leader, ठीक है। if I am able to procure quality products, ठीक है, which my suppliers are not able to, okay, then I will be able to charge premium products, okay, this will differentiate my product from the competitors, ठीक है। So you see how I'm linking one topic to another, so this is how you have to think in the examination as well, ठीक है। The question might be sometimes confusing, it will ask you to evaluate the situation on a multiple steps, okay। So for example production, ठीक है, if I'm able to reduce my cost, making me a cost leader, ठीक है, I am keeping my wages low, ठीक है, I am opting for more machine oriented production, ठीक है, so this will reduce my labor cost, it will increase my profit margins, ठीक है, और it will enable me to sell my product at a low prices than the competitors, again making me a cost leader. Then quality product, again differentiation strategy which I will be focusing, I will provide better quality product, okay, this will enable me to charge more prices, ठीक है। Then marketing, if my marketing very costly, ठीक है, if I'm or my product is being sold from the word of mouth production, ठीक है, or if I'm able to sell my product direct from the factory to the direct customer, ठीक है, again making me a cost leader, or I'm having a quality advantage, ठीक है, again making me a differentiation I'm focusing on a differentiation strategy. So this is how you link one topic to another, ठीक है. This is how Porter said कि different activities also uh, adds to a competitive advantage, ठीक है. Now what is the value network means the connection between the organizations and the individuals, ठीक है. Example, what connections do I have with distribution channel or marketing channel, ठीक है, whether I am able to contact whether I have good connections with multiple firms which can help me in future with the distribution channel or the marketing channel. Okay, so this is the value network. Now the next topic is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means the SWOT analysis is the acronym for strength, weakness, opportunities and threat. Okay, the companies do a regular SWOT analysis. Okay, through SWOT analysis, ठीक है, companies को पता चल सकता है what are its strength, ठीक है, where the companies were successful, what policies the company adopted that was successful, ठीक है, what are the strengths of the company, ठीक है, what the company is good at. Again, next is the weakness. What are the weaknesses of the company? What products or what policies were resulted in a failure for the company, ठीक है, what things are there which the company is not good at, ठीक है. Opportunities is where the company identifies what were the available opportunities that the company had, okay, which it exploited and which it did not, ठीक है. Opposite threats, ठीक है. Threats means again we discussed the threat to entry, threats to substitute. Okay, what are the threats that the company might face in the future, what are the prevalent threats. Okay, so the company manages, ठीक है, focuses on the strengths, ठीक है, tries to overcome its weakness. Okay, tries to look for more opportunities and tries to reduce the threats. Okay, understanding what I'm saying, ठीक है. Once identified, management consider matching strengths to opportunities, may highlight new areas of organizational development or methods of removing weaknesses or dealing with the threats in the organization faces, ठीक है. So with this we come to an end to the chapter. This was much of a conceptual, again this is a conceptual chapter. Various topics needs to be you need to have a clear mind towards the topic. You should be able to link one topic to another. Okay, how does one thing affects the another. Okay, so so that you can ace in this chapter, okay. So now let's quickly discuss the test your understandings. So test your understanding is number one. Again, this such such questions does not appear in the exam. We have multiple choice questions. Okay, so let's read. Test your understanding number one. Use Porter's 5 forces to identify the most important competitive force for a burger chain, ठीक है, such as McDonald's. So first is the competitive rivalry. Competitive rivalry are the availability of this number of competitions in the market, ठीक है, the prices that the competitions are charges. So the firm available, ठीक है, as a competitor to McDonald's is Burger King, ठीक है. Next, the threat to entry is high because the capital requirement is not much, ठीक है. Then available substitutes are pizzas and pastas, ठीक है. Power of customers, the customer has a low switching cost, ठीक है, it can easily go to another firm, ठीक है. Next, the power of supply, the power of supply is low. Okay, so it is we have to list all these factors. Okay, but this such types of question does not appear in the exams generally. Now test to understand number 2. Low industry profitability is a barrier to entry. Is the statement true or false? This is false, ठीक है. Profitability अगर कम होगी ठीक है, तो भी it is easier for the firms to enter into the market, keep so low industry profitability may uh, not be an barrier to entry, so it is false. Test to understand number 3. Country F makes motor vehicles. The cars are similar to those created by F's rival, but F's have managed to significantly achieve economies of scale by bulk buying its material from one main supplier. This has enabled F to sell its cars more cheaply than its competitors. Which of the following strategies have F adopted? Cost leadership, differentiation, focus, or stuck in the middle? So this is cost leadership. We are able to obtain more cheap material, ठीक है, which are by which we are able to sell our products at a lower prices, ठीक है. The next test to understanding is test to understanding number 4. Again, such types of questions we generally don't see in the exam, ठीक है. We have multiple choice questions. So test to understand number 4. HR is set up as a service department in the firm. How can this department contribute towards the competitive advantage, ठीक है. Such type of products, such type of questions, does not appear into the examination, but let's discuss the HR contributes to the contributive advantage, ठीक है. The kind of knowledge we have in our organization, ठीक है, we are able to exploit more opportunities for our organization, ठीक है. The more skill and the more knowledge people we have, we are able to concentrate more on the activities, okay, the already activities, the already opportunities that we have in the firm and in the market, and the opportunities that we might have, ठीक है. We will be able to overcome our weaknesses, ठीक है. So turning them into strengths, ठीक है. So this is the way how HR helps us to have a competitive edge, ठीक है. Now test to understand number 5. E Limited is a company that buys, cleans and then sells vegetables. It has recently introduced a new automated inventory system that allows management to identify older inventory quickly. This allows the company to reduce the high level of wastage. Which activity is E's value chain? Will the new system improve operations in outbound logistics, inbound logistics, or procurements? Okay, so it is definitely the inbound logistics, ठीक है, क्योंकि हम अपनी इन्वेंट्री को ज़्यादा अच्छे से मैनेज कर पा रहे हैं, ठीक है. वी आर एबल टू रिड्यूस आर वेस्ट, ठीक है. सो इट इज़ द इनबाउंड लॉजिस्टिक्स. Now next test to understanding number 6. A company is attempting to analyze its competitive environment. Which of the following models would be most appropriate for the use? SWOT analysis, pest analysis, 5 forces, or value chain? So it is 5 factors, ठीक है. हम अपनी competitive environment को analyze करें, ठीक है. SWOT analysis is for analyzing the company itself, ठीक है. Pest analysis is for organizing the overall environment, ठीक है. It consists of various factors: the technological factors, the political factors, the legal factors, the environmental factors. 5 forces help us to analyze the competitive environment. What is the competitive environment in which we are, ठीक है. The next test to understand number 7. Test to understand number 7 is JHG sells computers. It has a large number of competitors within this market. It has recently cut its prices and is now selling at a price which is significantly below those of its rivals. JHG believes that it will be difficult for any other company to match its new pricing structure. Which of the quota's 5 forces would this strategy not help to deal with? Power of suppliers, powers of buyers, barriers to entry, or competitive rivalry? So it is power of suppliers, ठीक है. Power of buyer is low, power of entry is again low because new entrants won't be able to match up with the prices, ठीक है. And the competitive rivalry again, so it is power of suppliers, ठीक है. Now test to understand number 8. Which value chain activity relates to how the firm is organized? For example, whether purchasing is undertaken centrally. procurement, infrastructure, operations or inbound logistics. So it is infrastructure. ठीक है, how the firm is organized. ठीक है, what is the structure of my organization. ठीक है, so it is infrastructure. Which of the following is secondary activity on the porter's value chain? Procurement, service, marketing and sales or outbound logistics. So it is procurement. ठीक है, it is procurement. Procurement is not just about procuring the raw material but about also the non-current assets. ठीक है, now test to understanding number 10. When analyzing its strategic position, an organization may use one of the several models including SWOT analysis, five forces, pest and value chain. OIU company is undertaking a strategic analysis of its operations. It has discovered government plans to write a new legislation that would result in OIU's closure. Which of the following models have been should have identified these issues. ठीक है, इनमें से कौन से इश्यूज ने इस इशू को आइडेंटिफाई किया होगा. ठीक है, सो इट इज़ डेफिनेटली the SWOT analysis. ठीक है, what might be the threats that we face in the future can be analyzed through the SWOT analysis. And the pest. ठीक है, what are the legal and the political changes happening in the environment. ठीक है, so it is definitely C. Now test to understanding number 11. Test to understanding number 11 is H Public Limited Company manufactures and sells a range of motorbikes. It is currently analyzing its value chain and is aware of its activities can be classified into primary activity or secondary activity. Classify the following activities in either primary activity or secondary activity. Again, receiving, storing and handling raw material, primary activity. Management of personals and human resources, again secondary activity. Now purchasing of raw material and other resources, again secondary activity. And advertising to attract potential customers, again primary activity. The last question for this chapter, the Porter's 5-force model helps to identify the key market forces that may affect its business. Okay, four of these forces are competitive rivalry, threats to new entrants, threats to substitute products and bargaining power of the customer. The following sentences contains gaps which specify one of the Porter's 5 factors. H is concerned that a number of customers are choosing to purchase cars rather than motorbikes. This shift in the market indicates that the one has increased. ठीक है, इनमें से कोई एक इंक्रीज हुआ है. Requirement क्या है हमारी, select the force which appropriately fills the above gap. Okay, हमें इनमें से इस one की जगह इसको replace करना है. So it is definitely threats to substitute products. ठीक है, it is definitely threats to substitute products because the customers are substituting cars with the motorbikes with the cars. ठीक है, so it is threats to substitute products. Now second, in addition, H and its competitors hold a large number of patents relating to manufacture and design of motorbikes. This has the effect to reduce the dash within the market. ठीक है, अब इनमें से क्या होगा, it is definitely threats to new entrants. ठीक है, because we already have the patents. ठीक है, so there will be a low threat to entrants. ठीक है, the new entrants might find it difficult to get all those patents and trademarks. Okay, so it is threat to new entrants. ठीक है, so with this we come to the end of the chapter. If you have any doubts, you can feel free to comment in the comment section below. I will try to respond to your doubts as soon as possible. Okay, if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if there are any reviews, please comment down in the comment section below. I will try to implement them from the next video. That's all for today. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for the further videos. Bye bye.